There's a great story there. Parents need to be on the lookout for that. 6:15 is the time right now as we turn to the forecast. A live look over Southfield here on this Wednesday. It's November 13th. Definitely colder this morning.
You know something? You can get your exercise in as soon as you step outside. It's called shivering. You know, that's just trying to stay warm. We have wind chills that are down in the 20s in some spots this morning.
Yeah, and that'll burn some calories.
There it will, yeah.
That'll burn some calories for sure. It's mainly because of the wind chill. It feels like the 20s out there, but it is going to get a little bit better later on this afternoon. The temperature downtown is about 42 degrees, feels like 37. Those winds are from the east at 8 miles an hour, and those winds could pick up just a little bit. Looking at the current conditions along with the temperatures, 34 in Ann Arbor, 37 at the airport, 39 in Mount Clemens, 34 in Port Huron, and you're at 33 in Lapeer and 43 in Monroe, considered the warmer spot. But it's the wind chill. Once again, dress for these numbers because they're in the upper 20s and low 30s area-wide across Metro Detroit, and the winds aren't even all that strong, only moving in from the southeast up to about 5 to 10 miles an hour. Your bus stop forecast will have a bright start. Sunrise will be at 7:22 this morning. We'll get the numbers close to 50 degrees as early as recess time, but we're not going to move much for the ride home into the afternoon. So a few things to talk about in the Weather Planner Plus. First things first, it's another cool day ahead, and we're expecting temperatures to get back to the 50s. Normally, this wouldn't even be a headline to talk about an average day in November, but we haven't experienced average days. We'll have the clouds taking over later on. That's really what's going to put the cap on the temperatures, where they're only going to be in the low 50s, right where we should be for this time of year. But then looking ahead to tonight, in other words, by this time tomorrow, rain is going to close in. This rain could be heavy at times. It is needed. We really can cash in on it. We could pick up about a ½ inch of rain from Detroit and points south. You'll find from Monroe all the way up towards Port Sanilac, Port Huron, and Lapeer. Rain will be moving through. The heaviest portion of this will fall in the morning, but then it lingers through recess time, lunchtime, even for the drive home. You'll still be dealing with these showers, so make sure you're prepared for the rain. Maybe it could even slow you down as well during your commute. Temperatures will climb only around the upper 40s to low 50s. Simply put, it's just tough to warm up with that type of setup. One other thing we're going to point out, the mild weather, that's going to return for the weekend. Sunshine will be back, and temperatures will respond to that. How about Saturday at 55, pushing temps near 60 degrees on Sunday? This is going to be probably a top 10 warmest November ever, and a weekend like this is just going to add to that pattern, so get ready for that. The 3-day forecast keeps us in the 50s, but once again, rain is likely on Thursday. Once we're on the other side of that system, we hold steady in the mid-50s through the weekend, warming up near 60 degrees, and then looking ahead to next Monday and Tuesday, more rains in the forecast.